Hey guys, it's Jenny back with another bookworm review. Today it is going to be on Bone Dressing by Michelle Brooks. Again, I read this on my Kindle and I guess the best way to describe it would be paranormal romance, but I mean there's really a lot in this book. So I guess to start off I should read the blurb on the back. If I'm looking down, I'm just looking at my laptop to read it out. This is quite a long one, so I'll try and read as fast as I can. Time is running out. The dark that has been chasing Sid for many lifetimes has finally caught up with her. Sydney Roberto lost her parents as a young girl, waiting for her life to start and the freedom that will come with her 18th birthday. Sid spends much of her time haunting the local cemetery. It is there, stretched out among the dead, that she feels most alive, most at home. Until one rainy night when Beau, Sarah and TJ crash her ghostly sanctuary, appearing out of nowhere, turning her already inside world 1 degree up past upside down. Sid must now revisit past lives, dressing in the bodies of her previous selves, bone dressing. Her only chance to outrun the evil breathing down her neck is to face her own worst nightmares and her strongest desires. But if she can't stay out of trouble in this life, how can she possibly fix the mistakes of her past lives? And just how many lives has she lived, loved and lost? What is Sid exactly? And what will she risk for the life of a man she doesn't remember, the man she spent a lifetime with, the man she loves? Everything, including her very own life. So the main character is called, wait for it, Sydney Annalise Bove Roberto. You know, or you could just be normal and call her Sid, but I prefer the long name, I think it's quite cool. When you start the book, you're immediately introduced to Sid as being a really, really feisty sort of character. She's really opinionated and she seems to get into trouble a lot, especially at school, and whether she's going to graduate is actually pretty unsure because of how much trouble she tends to get into. Sydney is trying to fit in somewhere she doesn't feel comfortable. She's with her foster or adopted parents, Jacks and Queens, because her parents died years ago and the only place she does feel comfortable is in the cemetery where her parents are buried, and she goes to visit them regularly and that's the only place she actually really feels comfortable. It's there in the cemetery where Sydney's world is basically turned upside down. She meets, again, wait for it, Jean-Remy Beauchamp Sinclair. I'm loving these long names, honestly, they're brilliant. She, otherwise known as Beau. She meets Beau, Sarah and their pet panther TJ in the cemetery, and it's here, as the blurb mentioned, that and with Beau, TJ and Sarah that the topic of past lives is really introduced. So one of the things you need to know when reading this book is Sydney is it's from her point of view. But it's not just from her point of view, and she's not even just narrating it, it's like her constant thought process is the way the book is written. Like if she gets panicked, it gets really rambly and panicked, and that's the way it's written, which can be good and bad if you like that sort of thing. That's personally the way I think, so I thought it was great and I liked that sort of narrative. But that might turn some people off. But give it a chance. Just give it a chance. The second thing about the book is that it happens very fast, the way it's introduced to past lives and the connection with Beau in the cemetery, and even I was kind of a bit, what's going on? This is a bit weird. What's with him? This is just all a bit strange. But the good thing is that that's the way Sydney was feeling as well, so it was kind of like as if you were so it was kind of a bit strange. But Sydney was mirroring your thoughts, so it kind of made you even more invested in it because you're like, yeah, she's confused, I'm confused, we're all together, and it makes you stick with the book and be kind of like, yeah, let's find out what's with this guy. As I said at the start, paranormal romance is definitely how you would class this, with the topic of past lives, and past lives is definitely runs throughout it, and there are more paranormal aspects to this book, not just past lives, but I can't tell you without ruining the book. So you have to read it and find out. I have to say I definitely enjoyed this book. At the start, like I said, I was kind of a bit confused going, this is all happening very fast, but I really got into it, I got invested in it, and it definitely surprised me a few times. I liked the way Michelle Brooks wrote it. It was definitely wasn't expecting a good few of the bits that happened in the book, so it was kind of like, oh, where did that come from? which is always good. It's always good to be surprised instead of just be kind of like, oh, I know it's going to happen. That you're definitely not like that when you're reading this book. And apparently this is the first in a series of 7 books, so I'm really looking forward to finding out how this story between Sid, Bo, TJ and Sarah develops, because it does say in the blurb past lives, so I'm looking forward to seeing how Michelle develops that and makes it even better, because I really liked the ending of this. I liked how it turned out. I kind of got invested in the characters at the end of it, so it was really cool. So yeah, I would give it a 4 out of 5, I guess. Definitely gets my thumbs up. Weirdest thumbs up ever, but we're just gonna go with it. So some shameless plugs for myself. Subscribe up there, comment down below. I have a Twitter and new blog, which will be linked in the bar down below. Also where you can get Michelle's book on Amazon, which is a ridiculously cheap price, so there's no excuse for no one not checking it out. Yeah, they will all be written in the bar below, so yeah. That's it, I think. So that's Bone Dressings by Michelle Brooks. Go in it. Bye.